Okay, so once more, we say thank you very much for joining us. And we believe that you are interested in making big profit in the cryptocurrency space and also to invest in blue chip projects before people get to know about them. And one thing that we really advocate strongly is that we do not give our money to people. Many of us have had some bad experiences. So I will be guiding you through this process. And with me, I have a couple of amazing fellows. Okay, I have Blessing Barawi, and I also have Victor Legend Etukeyang, and we'll take you through this process. And my name is Stallone-Obaraemi Samuel. One of the things that is paramount in the mind of anybody that wants to succeed in the cryptocurrency space is to be able to spot and invest in the next generation cryptos that even banks are scared of. Or how would you find out what cryptocurrencies that you can invest in? For over 5 years, in our community, our analysts and researchers have been studying the cryptocurrency trends, and they have made over 1,522 forecast calls. And let me tell you that we've only had 49 misses. And that means that we've had 96% hits, okay? And in this process, here's what we've learned. We've learned that what we've learned is we've been able to identify the secrets, the single biggest secrets to investing safely and successfully, no matter which way the market goes, without necessarily giving our money to anyone, so that the person invests in our behalf and probably come back and tell us a story while we bear all the risk. So if you've been in that shoe before, where you have someone get you into a talk or get you into a business conversation, and the person introduced you to something that seemed like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, or probably a one-on-one meeting over coffee or maybe over a drink, and before you know it, the person is introducing you to something, then the next thing they tell you is that you really do not need to do anything. All you need to do is give your money to them, and they'll do all the investments for you, and they give you some returns on investments. You know, the message is usually the same. If you've experienced that before, I've experienced it, and a number of people have experienced it too. They tell you to invest a certain amount of money, depending on the package that you might choose, and they tell you to do nothing and just wait. And they tell you they shall pay you 0.5% or 1% daily. Then the next thing is they also encourage you not to touch your money. The profit that you make, they ask you to compound it. And whatever return on investment you make, they ask you to compound it without withdrawing your profit. And they also tell you that you have to lock in your capital for a certain period of time, and before you can have access to your capital and your huge profit. And you're happy, you're jubilating that you are investing in something. Then one day, as in many cases, everything goes up, boom, in flames. It could be fraud, it could be wrong business decision, it could be a crash, whatever form it takes. But one thing is certain: there's a unique decimal, and that is that your whole world comes crumbling. Your money is gone. Now, these were things that we experienced in 2017 and 2018. I call those years very serious crash years for many people who believed in the so-called return on investment schemes, and they completely were dependent upon them. So like many people, I had my own fair share in 2018, where I lost over $480,000. And there are so many people that have lost so much more than I did. And for many people, guess what? It resulted in court cases, broken relationships, loss of jobs, loss of properties, terminal illnesses, broken marriages and homes, name it, a whole lot. We are on a rescue mission to get people out of that space. We have come to realize that we live in a community, we've got a culture of return on investment. Just give your money to people. Then when you hear they say, no, you know what, you can do these things yourself, we go on and we feel like, no, I don't want to do it myself. But we're saying that there's a whole lot of risks involved, right? All of this, there's a caveat. Understand that we are not financial advisors. Understand that. We're not financial advisors. Everything that we share with you here is purely for educational purposes. So please go do your own research at the end of the day before you decide to do whatever you want to do. Do not take what we're saying right now. We're not licensed financial advisors. It would be unfair for us to tell you everything or we want to show you or tell you without making you understand, without declaring this caveat. All right. Now, another warning I must also put out there is that this is not for everybody. So as we go on, you need to be weighing what we're saying to say, is this for me or is it not for me? So that we do not waste your time. We really care about your time and ours. So just to give you, just to kind of map it out, right? This is only for those who want more from the blockchain space without necessarily giving their money to someone else while standing the risk of losing everything. This is for those who may have lost tons of money online due to lack of high quality information and guidance and are eager to recover from their losses. And this is also for those who want to be part of a world-class crypto millionaires club sort of that will be created. And we're working very hard at that. I tell you that we are one of the leading, beat my chest and I'll tell you that we are one of the leading crypto investor education network out there, sincerely guiding people. Now, this is for those who want to join the new wave of crypto millionaires that we're really creating. Now, this is again, I think it's also important to understand that this is for those who do not probably would say, okay, you know what, I want to be part of a community, but you know what, I don't want to sell. I don't care. I mean, I probably don't want to even tell anybody about it. But I really want somewhere that I can put myself in, learn from them, and get the best out of it and apply it and make money from the cryptocurrency space while having total control over my funds. And this place is for you. Now, are you probably working or you're running a private business and you're earning salaries or you're making some money and you want to invest? Remember, investment, smart investment requires that you do smart allocation of your resources across different investment classes. And cryptocurrency has proven to be a viable class. Yeah, people invest in real estate, in oil, in precious metals, but cryptocurrency in the past decade has beaten all of them. So it's crazy what's happening in the space. So if you want to really understand as, okay, this is a new asset class I want to put my money in, that this is for you. Then this is also for those who are not afraid to do like 10x profit, 20x. By 10x, I mean, by 10x, I mean 1,000. By 20x, I mean 2,000% profit. For some people, as long as it's 10%, 20%, 30%, they're fine. The moment it goes to like, you're going to make 100% profit, it's like, okay, this is not real. It is real. I'm going to show you the figures out there. Okay. So if you're willing to make that, you're not afraid, and this space is for you. Please do not make mistakes. This is not a get rich quick scheme. Like I said, we're neither legal or financial advisors. And one more important thing I must add, and respectfully too, this is not for those who are looking for daily bread and a means to survive daily. This is actually for those who are looking to create a legacy. This is for people who are looking for financial significance and impact in the cryptocurrency space. Why is that? Because creating serious wealth, the kind that lets you live completely on your own terms for the rest of your life, takes dedication and patience. But that's why we are here. So have you been that person that's been sitting on the fence as regards cryptocurrency and the blockchain technology? My answer is that's a dangerous place to be, because experts around the world agree that an enormous event is about to catch everyone by surprise. And the information we're about to share with you today will mint a new class of crypto millionaires. So pay attention to what is coming, because it will absolutely transform your life. And it will show you substantial gains in the coming years. So do not look away when it comes to the blockchain technology and what we're about to share with you today. The worst thing you're going to do is not tell your friend that this is happening. So we meet a lot of people that say they're in the cryptocurrency space. They understand. I've met a lot of people myself. I know crypto, I've been in the cryptocurrency space. And then by the time you check, they don't have anything in the cryptocurrency space because they've been investing in weak tokens. All right, they've been investing in weak tokens, they've just been wasting their time. But here's the beauty about the cryptocurrency space. All right, Even if I've also met people that say, oh, the cryptocurrency space that you've been talking about, you see the crypto is now down. But what they don't understand that this is the best time to get into profit. I think it was Warren Buffett at some point, I can't remember, but that said that, listen, that you do not make profit when you sell, you make profit at the point of buying. Because if something is actually $1,000 and you're buying it at a discounted rate of $200, it means you're already in profit of $800, because this thing, the worth of this thing is $1,000. Today we have cryptocurrencies that were still like $1 like 3-4 months ago. Today they are like 11 cents, they're like 10 cents. If it has hit $1, trust me, it's going to hit $1 again and go above that. So if you're buying it today that it is like 10 cents, 11 cents, you are already at 90 cent profit. But smart, you know, people don't have the crypto or the blockchain smartness. So you can actually profit from the market crisis. All right. Can I hear you say profit? Can I put it in the comment section? Because I want to show you how you can profit in crisis. So put PIC, profit in crisis. PIC, profit in crisis. I want to see it in the comment section right now. If you want to understand how you can profit even when we're in crisis. The cryptocurrency space appears to be in crisis. And then there is war here, okay? You have the Russian-Ukraine war and all of that. I want to show you how this works and how our community can help you to profit in crisis, all right? All right, so real quick, put it down there, profit in crisis. Please, if you have any questions, you can put your questions down in the comment section. I'll take it at the end of the day, all right? So put it down there. I want to show you my screen real quick, okay? So let's see how we can actually profit in crisis. I want to show you something. And what I want to share with you here is basically to let you, or to show you that history is our friend. History is our friend. What do we mean by that? If you take a look at this here, you find that everything starts from the accumulation point. Today we have Google, we have Amazon, we have Cisco, we have gold, we have all that stuff. They're already like up here in the, at the stability level, all right? So this is where we are. Everything, you see, starts here at the accumulation point, then goes up to the prosperity spot here, and then goes up eventually to the stability point here. Now where we are, where crypto is between this point here, because we're still fresh, we're still new, okay? Bitcoin came out, that's barely like 12 years ago, and then later on other cryptocurrencies followed, Ethereum followed. Today we have over 17,000 cryptocurrencies. The DeFi space is new. We're into the metaverse, NFTs, and different facets, new financial instruments and opportunities are coming up in the cryptocurrency space. Now, what many people do is that they wait and they watch until it goes up, and they tend to jump in at this point. Now, this shouldn't be what we should do. It's not a smart move, all right? This is the point to jump in and to make a lot of profit in the cryptocurrency space. This is where we are. If the cryptocurrency space has been here for like 12 years plus, and it has nothing has happened to it, it is rather growing from strength to strength. It is a given, it's not going anywhere. And so this is the best time for anybody to get in. It's more like hearing about crypto, hearing about Facebook, or hearing about Amazon, hearing about all these great companies at the time of inception, and then you have the faith to get in. Your belief system is so strong and you got in at that point in time. Where would you be at this time? That's pretty much how this works, all right? So history is our friend. Unfortunately, we know how to read hindsight. We seldom read foresight. We seldom look into the future, okay? Why is it important that we pay attention to this? Now, during this period that cryptocurrency has traveled like this, from this point to this point that it is here, so many cryptocurrencies have died. Some have not survived. Many of the cryptocurrencies, let's say like the top 20 cryptocurrencies in 2017, many of them are no longer in existence. Why is that? Because cryptocurrencies basically have typically two, there are basically two typical tokens life cycle. Okay, first of all, you have the weak tokens. Now, what the weak tokens do? So first of all, we have the weak tokens. When we talk about the weak tokens, what they do is that they go up. All right, they give you the first chance. I can assure you, many a times before you hear about these weak tokens on YouTube or your friends come to tell you, many times you are already late, because they come up, they give you a first chance, and very few persons inside hear about them. They are weak tokens, and then they go up. So naturally, many a times, many of us here at this point, at the crest of the mountain, when it's already high, oh, this thing is going up, it's going up, it's going up. And then by the time we join, then it dumps, there's a loss. Because you bought at this point, the likelihood for you to sell becomes very slim. That's what happens in the cryptocurrency space. So you begin to pray that it goes back. Then it goes back a little bit. It has gotten to this point, but you bought at this point. You're still at a loss, all right? So you want to wait and hoping that it's going to get to this point. Then it dumps again, that's more loss. Whoa, okay, so you believe that because it went up here, it's probably going to go up again, so I keep waiting. Then it goes up a little bit. And each time it tries to go up, more people go to buy because they hope they feel that it is peaking again. And many of them are buying from a speculative point of view. They have no strategy, they have no guidance, no mentorship, no coaching, they're just going in blind. So they buy at this point again. All right, you are hoping, you that bought at this point, you're hoping that it's going to go back here, okay, and get back to this point, to this level where you bought it. Then finally it dumps. That's like dead. All right, so it goes down and you lose your money. So that's the way weak tokens work. They typically pump and then they dump and they give you the hope that it's pumping again, and they finally die and you lose your money. That is what has happened to so many persons in the cryptocurrency space, and they never ever want to go back into the cryptocurrency space. Friends, that is why we all need knowledge. That's why we all need knowledge. In a space of over 17,000 cryptocurrencies, you cannot go in blindly and expect that you will not get hurt. You cannot afford to speculate in this space. You need guidance, you need mentorship. Trust me, you cannot go in blind. But let's talk about the other type of tokens. Now we have where we focus on in our community, and that's the legacy tokens. Now we talk about legacy tokens. What exactly are we, what exactly do we mean? We're saying that these tokens, this is how they work. We're saying that these tokens, what happens with them is that they give you a first chance to buy here, okay? Now, even if you miss it, it takes a while. They run for 2 to 5 years. Remember, they go up, they come down a little bit, but overall they go up. And this period is called the profit season. That is if it's a legacy token. If it's a token that will stand the test of time, go back and see. Bitcoin is a legacy token. Ethereum is a legacy token. Many of the tokens that came up even after these tokens I've mentioned, they have done what? They've died, okay? Now, what legacy tokens do is they come to this point and then they correct, because the market is a breathing thing, it's a live thing. So they correct, they come down. And when they come down like this, they give you a chance to buy. That chance is called a discount season. That is for legacy tokens. Don't panic. With knowledge, you will find out, you will wait, you will follow through, and then they go up again. That's another profit season. They come down again somewhere, and they probably give you another chance to buy again. And then guess what? They go up again. Overall, you find out they go up. All right, that's the way legacy tokens behave. So the way legacy tokens behave is that they come to life, they pump, and then they correct. All right, then they pump again, and then they correct again. So the key thing anybody that wants to get into the cryptocurrency space needs to understand is not just to join a WhatsApp group or a Telegram group and you feel there's somebody because the person can explain how Binance works a little bit. And so you feel that the person understands cryptocurrency and how it works. Of course, it's understandable that anybody that has read a chapter ahead of you, you automatically would think that the person knows the entire book. So that's a trick, that's a trap many people fall into. But there's a whole lot more when it comes to the cryptocurrency space. Let me show you now, even after you you discover legacy tokens. There is something that you must pay attention to. And what is that? You must understand the discount seasons, all right? You must understand the discount seasons. Why are we saying you must understand the discount season? Look at it. Now, this is discount season number 1. This is discount season number 2. Discount season number 3. Now, I need you to take a look at these cryptocurrencies like a runner. If you take off from this point, boom, and you start running. The point is that at the point when you first start running, the first few seconds, you're running at full speed. As you keep running, like for another 20 seconds, 30 seconds, if you keep running, let's say for another 1 minute, 2 minutes, you find out that you begin to get tired. But that's how this also works. All right. So you see these tokens, they go down, they go up again, they go down there. They just keep traveling depending on the projects involved and depending on the times and seasons. The cryptocurrency that was like a hot cryptocurrency a year or 2 ago may not be having the same energy and vibe, because there was a time it was just Ethereum. Ethereum is still big, right? But now you have other cryptocurrencies and projects within the DeFi space, okay, that are faster than Ethereum, all right? And they're doing a whole lot of stuff. So you find out that the space is changing. So the next thing you want to ask yourself is, identifying a legacy token is one thing, but you also need to know at what discount season, on what discount season is this token? Because if you get in at the beginning, you stand a better chance than somebody who gets in at a discount season 1. The man at discount season 1 probably stands a better chance than the man that gets in at discount season 2. So you cannot afford to go in blindly and say, okay, it's a legacy token. So yeah, question, what discount season is it? Again, this is where you need fundamental analysts, technical analysts to help you to understand where exactly are we? Where should I put my money? How safe is it? You need all of that, my friends, in the cryptocurrency space. You cannot afford to go blindly. I'll give you an example here. For instance, Bitcoin. Okay, if you see the way it's running now, let's say you get in at this point, all right, and it goes boom, 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 and it does like 100x, all right, and it comes down again because it is breathing, it's alive. So somebody can actually get in at this space. But remember, this person that got in at this point has already made some profit. And then it climbs again, it does another 16x, then it comes down again. Somebody enters at this point, that's another discount point, all right? But you see the person here is probably has already made some profit at this point before this person. So Bitcoin keeps running. So generally it just goes on a whole, it goes up. It has gone up. It started from less than a cent until at some point he even hit $67,000. So on the whole, it has gone up. It's strong. It's still going. Here's the thing, right? Today, Bitcoin would have to probably hit, if you bought Bitcoin at say $67 at that point, it probably would have to hit $67 and hit like $134,000. I mean, 67,000 and hit $137,000 before you will do 100. So you see, it's kind of heavy. But there are projects right now that can give you some quicker turnover right now as against Bitcoin. Do you know them? Do you know those legacy tokens? Do you know them? And these are all critical questions you need to ask yourself. The more you ask yourself these questions, you get to realize you cannot just go in blindly into the space and expect to succeed. So the question is, how do you profit from market crisis? How do you profit when all these discount seasons happen and then the market is ranging sideways and all of that? Okay, how do you succeed even when the market is down? Because people think it's only when the market goes up that you succeed. Not exactly. Okay, it's not exactly correct. You can actually still profit when the market is still going up. So how do you do that? What you do is you buy the future when the future is cheap. You buy the future when the future is cheap. That's what we do. Okay, what does that mean? What does that mean? Give me a moment. I'm trying to hide my controls. Okay, so you buy the future. So what do? We have a system. We've created 12. There are 12 strategies with which you can actually succeed even when the market is in crisis. Strategy number 1 is what we call BAF, to buy and forget. In other words, it's a strategy that allows you to acquire blue chip undervalued projects that are currently in development stage or during an early discount season. All right. Okay. So first and foremost, that's how it works. Okay. We have a case. Look at this now. We have some case studies that we want to share with you. So take a look at this. You know, if you had invested in Terra Luna, you had invested $2,000 in December 2020, and you had looked at it and embarked on it as a 1-year project, it means that you would have made by 2021, 1 year after, you would have made from $2,000, your investment would have moved to $378,000. That's like 189x. Solana would have moved, if you had invested in Solana 1 year ago in 2020, would have moved from $1,100 to $154,000. So what the key thing here, basically, if you take a look at all of that, Polkadot, the same thing, Axie Infinity, the same thing. It's all here on the screen. If you'd invested in Cardano and spent only $1,050, invested only $1,050, 1 year down the line, that $1,050 would have grown to $9,093. I need you to also pay attention that the rate at which these projects grew, they differ within 1 year period. So also identifying a project that's going to give you like multiple X's as against single digits is also key. And that's why you need a community that will guide you. You need mentors, coaches, analysts, statisticians, mathematicians, that will help you do technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and all of that. Okay. So here's the thing again. If you take a look at what we have on the screen, you would agree with me that the key thing here is knowing when these tokens are, for want of a better expression, technically undervalued. People don't see them. You see, like Terra Luna was like 51 cents at the time. So if you had invested 1 year down the line, it grew from 51 cents to $97. And Solana was like $1.36 and grew to $192. So it's the ability to identify these projects when they are small or they are undervalued, but because of the things happening around them and the people around them, you spot it and you say, this is a good project. It's a legacy project to stand the test of time. All right. And it will bring good returns. That is why you need people that can do all of that. You cannot, I repeat, my friends, it is not a wise idea to go into the cryptocurrency space based on pure speculation. It does not make any sense. You must have a strategy to get in. So the second strategy, I told you 12, the second strategy is what we call set and forget. Now this is the power of automating your dollar cost averaging activities. By dollar cost averaging, we are saying you can actually create a strategy or employ a strategy that allows you to invest in cryptocurrency no matter the season. Depending when you find those legacy tokens, you can invest in the cryptocurrencies in these legacy tokens in bits. Let me show you an example. For instance, if you had dollar cost averaged into Ethereum since 2015, and you had invested, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. And you had invested, say, $25 every single week from 2015, from 12th of January 2015 to, from December 1, 2015 to December 31, 2021. If you had been investing $25 into Ethereum on a steady basis for a period of 6 years, to be precise, 2,253 days, your total investments would have been $7,950. Remember, you did not invest the $7,950 in 1 day. You did not invest it in 1 week. You are just putting it. It was like more like for those that are in Lagos, like Ajo, a Susu, It's like your daily or weekly contribution. That way, you find that you'll see that if you were doing this, what would have happened is that you would have also not been putting money in so many other things that you probably were putting money into, or we were putting money into without knowing. You would have said, okay, I have a project of $25 every single week, and I'm putting that. It means that within this space, you would have made 318 investments. Okay, that's your investment of $7,950 in a space of 6 years would have given you $1.6 million. You see what happens? This is when you have the knowledge in cryptocurrency. And what is the return on investment? The return on investment is 20,134.54%. 20,000% in 6 years. Now tell me, which investment, or probably real estate, is something you'd get into, and you would invest like this piecemeal, and to give you this massive return on investment? The cryptocurrency space is not one you want to overlook. Okay, so I've shown you two strategies. I've shown you the one we call the buy and forget and the set and forget strategy. All right, these are two ways. And the third one is what we call the anti-bear strategy. I told you there are 12 of them. The third one is what we call the anti-bear strategy. I cannot share that one with you right now because that will basically enable you to make passive income on the go like today. But fortunately, this option is reserved for only active subscribers. You want to understand, you want to have access to the other 10 strategies that would help you to profit even in crisis. Then we invite you to join us in the Moon Arcade community. But I must also say clearly that the Moon Arcade community is not for everyone. Here is the thing, you need to ask yourself, if you have the access, the ability, the capacity, the capability to do deep dives on cryptocurrencies, the Moon Arcade option or solution is not for you. Okay, if you have got like bank grade tools and manpower, this is not for you. And then if you also, if you know how to spot the next Bitcoin, the next Ethereum, you have the capacity, the capabilities, the tools to spot that. You don't need this. And then if you can analyze and interpret big data, you can do your fundamental analysis, technical analysis, you can analyze your portfolio, understand how you can diversify and allocate appropriately to have a healthy portfolio. You don't need this. But if you do not fall into the categories that I have mentioned here, then this is not for this. If you do not fall into these categories I've mentioned, then by all means, this is for you. You see, we've been on this journey for a while, and we've had people that have come from nothing to something, okay, and benefited immensely from the calls that we have made in this community, from the projects that have been called, okay, and it sweetens the mind, if you like, when we see these, when we see people come up and their minds are opened up, they're more knowledgeable in the cryptocurrency space, and they take decisions, they make right decisions, take the right steps, and the benefit. I want to hear from a couple of them. I'd invite a couple of them to speak with us and let us hear their experiences, what it's been like in this space. So do we have Blessing Barawi in the house? Blessing, are you here? Do we have Blessing Barawi in the house? Okay, let me see. Please, if you spot Blessing Barawi, any of the hosts, could you please enable her? All right, Blessing Barawi, is she here? I can't find you. Thought I saw you at some point. It's network issues. What? Okay. Blessing. Okay. So, all right. So Blessing is, I can't find Blessing. All right. So I'm going to call on someone else that I believe that she's also benefited immensely from this. Okay, Blessing is here. Blessing Barawi is here. Okay, Blessing, can you unmute? Please, can someone find Blessing? Blessing Barawi, and unmute her. All right, because we really would love to hear from her. All right, Blessing. Okay, I think I've seen you. All right, Blessing, you can unmute now.
Okay, yes, I've done that.
All right, great stuff. Welcome to the show. We're glad to have you, Blessing. How are you today?
I'm great. Good evening, everyone in there.
Thank you very much for joining the show and for being willing to share your story. So, Blessing, I want to ask you real quick, what brought you into the To Know It community? I mean, real quick, how did you get in? What brought you here?
Thank you very much. A friend called me in 2019 and told me about this space. Told me about cryptocurrency. I told him that I'm not conversant with crypto. But he told me, Blessing, please don't limit yourself. Are you willing to learn? I told him, yes, I am willing to learn. As long as someone lives, exists, you keep on learning. That was how I started. I managed to got money for my subscription, but the money to buy this legacy crypto was not there. He told me about our IBO, which I leveraged on. Within 3 months in the space, just about talking to few friends, colleagues, and relatives who are also in the system making their good money. Within 3 months, I was able to make over 3 million. I started using this money to buy my legacy crypto. I bought plenty of them.
And you said within few months, you were able to make how much?
Over 3 million.
Okay.
From.
Okay.
Yes, I now use the money to get myself some legacy crypto. But something happened along the line. Because of not mellowing down to learn, because of impatience, a friend came somewhere else to tell me about all these Ponzi schemes, which I don't even know that they are Ponzi. I sold off my coins, my legacy crypto that I bought to put into this space, which eventually closed off. Okay. I brought in my money to the space. That was how my money got lost. Now, I now told myself, it is very painful for me to bring someone into a space and make the person lose a dime. And I made a resolution. This resolution came up in 2021, January. I told myself, I'm not going to involve myself in any business that I don't have good knowledge. And I come down to learn from To Know It. I started gradually to acquire my crypto one after the other and decided not to sell. From January to May, I opened my wallet. I couldn't believe my eyes. I was totally amazed. The kind of money that I saw there, thousands of dollars. I told myself, Blessing, are you the owner of this money? What I now did was that I used part of the money to get myself a car of my choice, my dream car. And I also used some part of the money to do other things that are bigger than car. And I started to live my lifestyle, the kind of life that I want to live. Not only that, people around me whom I have brought to this space, because I'm capable now of teaching them. Because the paramount thing in this space is knowledge. If you have the knowledge, you have the money. If you have the knowledge, you can make the money that will baffle you. My people, my relatives, we are doing great. Nobody is stopping each other. My friends, they normally come to me and told me, Blessing, God will bless you. God will do this, God will do that for you to show us this opportunity. Today, I keep on thanking God. I keep on thanking engineer Levi Johnson, who showed me this opportunity. I will ever be grateful to him. Please, anyone on this call.
Okay, Blessing, hold on. Before you fire away, hang on. I know you're already in the spirit. Okay, great stuff. So that we all bear. It's amazing. I like it. The fact that you are speaking naturally and you're speaking from the joy and the depth of your heart. That's the beauty of what we do. No hypes, no painting. It's just real, all right? You can't speak the truth. All right. You don't need to think about telling the truth a second time if it's the truth. But if it's a lie, you want to think about the first lie you made, you said. So I'm happy that you're excited. I picked out a couple of things. You came on board knowing nothing about cryptocurrency, in fact, being skeptical about it. And then someone introduced it to you. You got on board, and then you got distracted. And then you left, and someone else led you into something that resulted into a Ponzi that you figured out was a Ponzi scheme. So you lost some money. Is that correct?
Yes, of course.
All right. And then through advice and of course, they say he who walks with wise persons will become wise. You got back into this community that you left, and you decided that you were not going to leave it. And that was in January 2021, correct?
Yes.
By the time you came back, you were broke. You had no money to even buy the tokens or the assets or the projects that were being called, correct?
Yes.
Then you decided to say you want to learn, you wanted to learn. But as you started learning, you started getting educated. You felt, whoa, I can't keep quiet. I need to tell other people what I've found so that they would stop putting their money somewhere else where they promised them some returns on investment. And as a result of that, were you rewarded by the company for telling your friends? I mean, without any pressure, were you rewarded?
Yes, of course. You know,
okay.
What interested me most is that not only that I'm bringing my friends to the space, they are there making their own money.
Okay.
And the community itself, they say because you have a broad heart, you want to help, we are going to compensate you.
Okay.
And they have been compensated the money that I've been making from our IBO because I love connectivity. I love connecting to life. The money I use it to buy. And buying that asset, even though $100 that I put into the asset, just like September that passed, 2 coins that were called in our community, I bought the two coins and I saw money. I said, what is all this? So if you look at it, to know it, your left, your right is profit. As long as you have the.
Hold on there so that we don't lose you before we wrap this up. Were you under pressure? Were you pressured to tell somebody else about what we do? Did the company say you have to tell someone? Did the company say that?
Not at all. It's a natural thing, you know. When you are into something and you see the great benefit that is coming out of it, you must be moved to tell someone. Although it's optional.
Okay.
No, for instance, that I've helped in the community, there are numerous to count. Many of them will come to me, I think it's not you. Where will I have been by now? So only their sayings, I see them living comfortably, makes me happy. So It is a matter of choice. It's a matter of choice. Someone can decide to talk to friends, to talk to relatives, and someone can also decide not to talk. But me, I decided to talk, and I have great benefit from that.
Beautiful. I want to let you go, but before I let you go, Blessing, I'm really fired up. I remember before I let you go, there's a particular experience we were talking. I think we were having a chat one other day. You were telling me about a man that you couldn't hold yourself, but you told him about what we do here at To Know It. Do you want to quickly, in 1 minute or so, tell us what happened with that man and what he saw and the reaction of his wife?
Yes, thank you for reminding me. There comes a day when I met a man. I was telling him about this our space. I said, sir, you are working, but you can use some part of your money to get this asset and keep on with your work. The wife told me, madam, please, you should not disturb my husband. And I told the wife that what you are telling your husband to come and do is for the benefit of the entire family. The husband now told me, madam, don't worry, how much is your suspicion? I now told him, this happened September last year. The man now subscribed that day, and I guided him to got this asset. I told him, sir, please make sure that you keep your password safe. Then the SSD that you downloaded, write them down. And he did that. Do you know that September, October, November, just barely 1 month plus, in our Telegram group, a call came, who bought Young Finance? People should can go and check your wallet. I quickly ran down to my wallet, I saw money. I said, wow, what am I seeing? We are told that this asset can stay like 6 months to 1 year before we can reap from it. But now, just barely 1 month plus, I took some good profit. And I started calling the man. I said, sir, please go and visit their social wallet. He said, which wallet? I said, this particular one. The man went there. I said, sir, how much you used to buy that? Because I told him to record the amount he used. He said he used $300. And he's seen over $17,000. I said, sir, this is your money. The man said he couldn't believe this. Is this my money? I said, sir, is your money. Before I even know what one or two, the man just drove to my house with the family, the entire family, the wife and the children. The wife were thanking me, madam, thank you so much. I said, this is just the beginning. Do you know that the man, I asked the man, so how many million do you want me to bring up for you now? The man said, okay, just bring out 3 million from there. But within 10 minutes, and now the money landed in his account. The man said, wow. The wife started, all of them started thanking me. So the joy the man and the family have interests me, makes me so happy. Today now, the man don't joke with me. Other of the answer that is here, but our IDO are doing great. He told me, madam, who used to thank you? I said, it's only God, because the way I told you is the way someone told you. And I keep on thanking the person and also keep on thanking God for this precious opportunity.
Okay, thank you very much, Blessing, for sharing this story, your story with us so passionately. And we believe that you will keep getting more persons to understand where we are. Of course, that's what we're doing, getting people to understand what we do, and that we really would love to help them to understand actually how they can benefit from the cryptocurrency space without necessarily giving their money to anyone else, because that's where the trap is. That's where people get it wrong, and that's where it goes down. I know that for many people, the question at the back of their mind right now is, okay, so how do I benefit from this? How do I get in here? Remember, like I said, this is not for everyone, right? Like I said, this is not for everyone. And why did we say it's not for everyone? Because if you have the capacity to do all the analysis that is needed, you don't need this. I'll tell you the truth. But if you do not have what it takes to do this, you really need help, then we're here to help. We're really here to help. I want to share with you a few figures, just what a few other calls we've made in the past, and maybe that's also going to get you to understand what we are talking about, all right? So I'm going to share my screen right now. After that, I'm going to call on a colleague that would, come up here, and we would eventually wrap this up in a very short period of time. So sharing this with you, I think so. Yes. So look at this. I said that this is not for you if you're doing all of this. Folks, take a look at this. If you are to tell you how powerful this is, how the cryptocurrency space is, look at this here, what we just have here. I'll just show you really quickly. Look at this. In 2020, if you had invested $100 into Theta, $100 when it was scored, 1 year down the line, take a look at down, see my cursor down here, your $100 would have turned into $37,000. Your $500 would have become $185,000. Your $1,000 would have become $371,000 in 2020 during coronavirus period. That's what I'm talking about. Take a look at this. If you knew about, these are some of the projects that people in this community or for years have really benefited from. If you were here if you had about BNB in 2017, when it was like 3 cents, if you had invested $100, your $100 would have become $2,258,000. That's like 1.2 billion. Okay, look at using the applicable rate at the time. Your $500 would have become $11.2 million rather, $11.2 million. This would have been $2.2 million, and your $1,000 would have become 22.5 million. That's more like, if I'm not mistaken, like 11 billion naira in a space of 3 years and 7 months. So we're not kidding here. Do we still have these opportunities available? Yes, we do. We still do have these opportunities, okay, available. And so how can you take advantage of this? All you need to do is to pay an enrollment fee of $250, one-off $250. Okay, and then you pay a subscription of $1,000 for 12 months. Here is the thing. This is it. When you want to limit the opportunities for a poor man, tell him to pay for something, and he will just walk away. Now, poverty is not, in this case, not just about the money. It's more about the mindset. All right. So when you get to people and it gets to this point where you say, this is what you have to do. Oh, why should I pay this one for the information? Yes, you have to, because otherwise you keep losing money. But it's better than what you've seen right now. For a limited time, there is a discount for a limited time, a very limited time, for a few days. I don't know how long this is going to last. Okay. And this discount is just $500 for 12 months instead of $1,000. So instead of paying $250,000, instead of paying $1,250, you would actually be paying only $750 to get into the space. So if I were you, what I'd do is I get back to whoever invited me here and do what, and find out and say, hey, you know what? How do I get into the space? You know why this is important? Let me shock you. Did you know that from 2012 until now, Bitcoin has climbed over 187,000%? From 2012 till now. You see, when cryptocurrency came into this space, the government, the media, the business world, they all hated it. No one believed it will amount to anything. But these people, some people who stood by and were believers, they persevered. Everybody today wants a piece of the action. Microsoft is there, MicroStrategy is there, Facebook is now Meta. Everybody is struggling to get on the metaverse and take control of the metaverse. They are all there. PayPal even allows Bitcoin, accepts Bitcoin. All of this. Recently, PayPal allowed 305 million users worldwide to buy, sell, and hold cryptocurrencies in their account. Now you can use Bitcoin to purchase goods and services from 26 million businesses that use PayPal. My friends, you cannot ignore the cryptocurrency space. You cannot. It's at your own risk. Today, Moonarcade is one of the fastest growing crypto investment communities, taking you from complete novice to a highly profitable crypto investor within the shortest possible time. Investing that paltry sum of $750 now before it goes back will actually give you a whole lot of information that you cannot afford to miss out on, that you cannot afford to lose. Okay, basically, what are you going to get if you begin to get, if you decide to get in there? You're going to get access to emerging opportunities in the crypto space, secret buying opportunities before other people get to know about it. Okay, you'll be inducted into a highly informative academy. You'll have live bi-weekly webinar trainings explaining the how-tos, and then you will have discount buying opportunities. You know when to get in before the rest of the world knows, or if you miss that point, you will know the right discount point to get in. And then you're going to enjoy blog posts. You're also going to have access to a closed VVIP Telegram group for top-notch guidance on buying and investing in the cryptocurrency space. Trust me, everything I've mentioned is valued at $10,497. But you're paying just $750 today to get access today. Each week, to know it brings you fresh, hot money-making opportunities from the Moonarcade team. Every week, they would alert you to cryptos that are poised to make exponential growth. They also warn you away from hyped up cryptos that will suck your money. And each month, you will get Moonarcade latest forecast. My friends, this is the time to take, this night is the time to take action. All right, so go back to whoever invited you and take action today. I'm going to invite my friend over to the stage. Victor Legend, are you here? I'm going to invite my friend Victor Legend to get on, and he's going to take your questions if you have any, and he's going to do the closing formalities. So can we enable Legend to get on board? All right, so let me please unmute, please. So we have Mr. Legend Victor Etukiang. I mean, he's a man that I respect so much. He's my friend, business partner, and he's going to take us through the remaining part of the ride. So can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, bros. Yes, boss.
Right,
great job. Great job. Great job.
Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much. A beautiful evening. Greetings from Nigeria. May not know where you're joining us from. Wherever you are, I just want to say big greetings to you. It's an awesome time. Really exciting moment ever in the crypto space because, like Mr. Stallone said, the market has heavily discounted. This is the best time ever to come into this space. This is the very best time ever to, use the dollar cost average to come into the market and keep an add to your portfolio, because right now you can get so much out of this space with so little, equity, and that's just what we stand for. So I want to say a big thank you to all of us for making tonight, to tonight meeting. At the same time, please, if you don't mind, can I catch you at the chat platform? Let's get to see how we can appreciate Mr. Stallone for a job well done tonight. If you have got some value, do you just mind dropping? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's get to meet you there. Let's feel some energy from there. Let's just meet you. Let's drop some kind of appreciation to this great man. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It was gonna go a long way to make him come highly prepared next time. Great job, great job. Yeah, I can feel the energy in the building. Let him get to feel some more. Of course, this guy get paid when he talks. He's a trained human resource person. He has worked with many multinational corporations before he resigned and chose to go his private path, and which has paid him off a great deal. So Mr. Stallone, it's just a way of saying we appreciate you and we celebrate you. Thank you for the energy you brought to the floor today. We appreciate you. All right, respect. Okay, that being said, I like at this point to entertain your question for any of us that may have question to ask, clarity on any aspect of a discussion tonight. The floor is open for you, please. Just get to indicate if you have a question to ask. Can you do you mind lifting your hands? I hope you know how to go about that. Let's get to have your question. Now, while waiting for who has the first question, I like to say this, that this is the best that can happen to anybody that cares to listen. We don't hype here, and we say the way it is. Remember, we're not selling supplement, we're not selling cream. I'm not speaking down on those things, but I'm just trying to tell you that we are selling the future here, and most especially the future is at a highly discounted price. All you need to do now is to come on board and take charge of your financial future. You know one interesting thing, the opportunity some people miss out of this space, maybe like some months ago, almost a year ago, has come back again. And this does not just happen every other day. The opportunity people miss out a year ago in the crypto space that makes them regret a great deal has showed up again. My advice to you will be, don't miss out, don't miss out, don't miss out. Okay, Mr. Amos is right here. Amos, do you mind unmuting yourself? Let's get to have your question. Hit us straight. No question is silly. No question is too hard. Let's just see how we can help each other, because he's working and we have no choice, but we have to keep it going. Hit us straight. Let's get to hear you. All right, Mr. Amos, please go ahead, unmute yourself. Go ahead, unmute yourself.
Good evening. Hello. Hi, the prospects. I want to say thank you for sharing no more about you talked about a specific time, assuming somebody invested like $100, it would have turned to a particular figure. Please, can you throw more light on that? I may have lost out because my network was disturbing. Can you please throw more light on that? Thank you very much.
Okay, so sorry, I was trying to get myself unmuted. Okay, like you said, crypto is not the way it grows is not relatively new. Is just a way every other asset, what we call fixed asset, equally grows. If you have actually invested in real estate, say maybe 10 years ago, you were smart enough to buy a property in a choice location, chances is that if you are to sell that property today, you may do some crazy returns on your investment. Same applies to those that buy into shares. Imagine if we're smart enough to buy into Facebook or WhatsApp or YouTube or Google some years back. Imagine where you would have been today. Those that also invested just at $10, $100 into Google today, into Tesla today, are sitting on serious money. But the opportunity has now come in a very even platform. So what he was trying to tell you is that when the market is discounted as it is now, or when you are in a community like us, and we are able, we point your direction to new project coming on board, because as much as you can't be able to buy, some of us here may not be able to buy one full Bitcoin. Bitcoin is plus or minus $40,000 right now. And most of us may not be able to buy that coin right now because of cost implication. The good news is that there are some new kinds of Bitcoin in the market that with just $100 now, you can get some of them in thousands of quantity, if not in millions. And in less than no time, the history that Bitcoin did can repeat itself. So that was what he's trying to say, that this is a space you can buy. Remember that this is digital shares of companies. Crypto is not just like a real crypto, legacy crypto are not meme. They are legacy shares. They are ways the company used to raise funds to run their business through a crowdfunding concept. So when you buy into it, you are holding a part of their value as a company. And as they execute their master plan and the company grows, your own value grows. That's just how it works. That's just how it works. I hope I've been able to answer your question. So that's just how it works. So when you get on board, you are getting yourself positioned. Okay, I have another question again. Okay, someone indicating to ask a question. Kasmil Katara, please, if you don't mind, unmute and let's get to have your question. Thank you. Kasmil, you can unmute yourself. Kasmil, can you hear me? All right, please, I hope you are helping her out. Can you unmute her? Thank you.
Hello. How are you? I guess you can hear me.
Excellent. I can hear you. Oh, is it here?
Wonderful. Yes, I'm calling from East Africa, a country called Rwanda. I'm sure most of you don't know where Rwanda is. A very tiny country in East Africa. Yes.
It's one preferred place, one stop by. Each time I'm in Kenya, I can't leave Kenya without touching Rwanda. So it's a second home.
Excellent. Lovely. Thank you very much. I'm so glad that you know Rwanda. I'm just very new in this project. I was brought in by my good friend, Dr. Mark in Lagos. And I must say from the start that I can never appreciate him enough because, well, I cannot say that I have gained something yet, but I just love the project model. I like the model of this industry because I have been in it. I have some good experience in this type of business online, but I had never seen a model of this type. And now, mine is not really a question. And I must apologize because I joined this conversation very late, very, very late, just a few minutes. I was away and I found Mr. Stallone presenting and it was electrifying. I really loved this man, the way he was talking to. What am I saying? Now, what I would want to request, my request is simple, is that I'm building an ascent team. I have just put in only 2 people, and I'm steadily building my team. And also have a team I'm building in Canada. They are likely to come in. I had my own presentation in my own local language yesterday. So I had it from my PowerPoint. So anyway, what I really wanted is to have that my suggestion is this. To know it should really have some kind of international appeal so that it doesn't look like it is a Nigerian thing or something, because I don't see many people from so many parts of the world, and I really want it to have that international image. And what I would want to appeal from Mr. Stallone, because he's the one I found him presenting, and I liked the way he was showing things. I want to gather my team, however small it is, some of them in Canada, others in Rwanda here in South Africa, to make a presentation for my people. So in other words, what I am talking right now is not, there's no question I'm asking, because I have gone through most of the things that I have attended a lot of presentations. So mine is simply a comment and a vote of thanks for the people who put up this project. It's so wonderful. I'm already so excited. I can see that it has a future. Thank you very much.
Hey, Mr. Main, don't meet me again. All right. All right, Mr. Kastner, thanks so much. I sincerely appreciate you. Just like you were there, right there at what corner, no one really knew where you joined us from. So same is what applies to a lot of people in this meeting. We have people joining us from different countries. And moreover, a lot don't use videos. And that's just the truth. So you may not know who are white, who are black in the building. And aside from that, until question is asked like this, we may not even know where they are joining us from. But one thing is obvious. You know, a lot of people in our community were so settled with the product. And as I'm telling you, event is happening in different locations. Just the way you said that you have gathered your people and even went as far as using your local dialect to educate them about the business, we notice that exactly is a common practice in our community. You know, it's a common practice in our community. One of my why of being in this space, being in this side of this business, because you know there are two compartments. A lot are in the system, but they are using our product to have direction on how to invest in the market. But why some of us are involved in team building, in connecting others to it, is because we understood that to be the smartest decision to make in raising equity to play big here. Madam Blessing did say something, what happens to her when she came on board. When I joined the business, I didn't come in with intention of telling anybody about this, because I had my own, what I can call my full-time business. And it was quite profitable. And I've been on it for many years. So I wasn't looking for anything doing. But when I stumbled on this business and I got started, I couldn't hold my peace, because the first day I attended the section and I saw the opportunity, I just knew this is exactly what I've been looking for all my life. And I knew as it was exciting to me, it's also going to be exciting to my friends. So I started making calls. And guess what happened? In my first 30 days of being in this platform, I made about $10,000 from the IBO commission. And I only brought in few friends. I only got in few friends. They also brought in few of their friends. That money was what I used to buy coin. In my first 90 days, I did about $30,000 from this community. I used the money to invest. So today I can look back and say that my portfolio is 100% of the money I made from the same community. What's more exciting about that is that if you are building a community, you discover that there's never going to be a time they will call a new project and you will not be able to buy. Because no matter how liquid you are, you may still find it difficult sometimes when you have finished buying and another coin is being called. You know, because we are advised that you shouldn't go and borrow money to buy. And that's one of the essence of anyone here having to take advantage of the IBO University to IBO to build a massive system of crypto accumulation and create wealth for yourself. Like you said, Stallone, I've had you. We are on standby, ready 24/7 to give support. Anytime you need our services, please don't hesitate to reach out to Mr. Mark. Through him, you can always reach out to any of us. And that is not limited to Mr. Kasmil, is equally applicable to anyone. We are on standby anytime. We can always step in to make it happen for you. It's a teamwork, and we understand that we need to work as a family to grow. I just want to say a very big thank you to everyone that make it happen tonight. Everyone, great job, great job, great job. Okay, I like at this point to welcome back Mr. Stallion as a response to Mr. Kasmir request. Then we can take a bow tonight. Like he said earlier, endeavor to get back to who invited you. You don't need to second guess. The person that introduced me to the business is not in the business. Not that he just stopped. He stopped almost same time I started. While I was having a few time of my life, he was busy jumping after Kalu business. Bring $1, collect of $1, collect $2. That doesn't last. But I found a future he couldn't see. So to me, it was just like a signpost that pointed to a place, a direction of a financial fortune for me, but he could not see it for himself. So I like to say that who has shown you this business is not really a determinant for your growth. If you can see it, run with it. Because I can tell you, there is no limit to how far you can go, only if you can see. All right, so I want to say a big thank you to everyone for making tonight a fruitful night. We look forward again to hosting you again tomorrow. Tomorrow, Wednesday, will be an opportunity to talk about how to make money from the IBO system, how to build your IBO through the IBO University concept. Then on Thursday will be a section for every subscribers for Monarchy. You wouldn't want to miss that. That is where you get to know more about crypto. Beyond crypto, you get to understand that crypto is just a minutest part of blockchain. That the real business of this corporate platform is showing you the wonders of blockchain. That you will learn when you come on board with Monarchy package every Monday and Thursdays by 9 p.m. we have a section on Monarchy to show you the wonders of blockchain. Then come Friday, we're going to have another practical section with our co-founder and head of our marketing, where he's going to talk about the secret of growing in this business, building a career through IBO. And that's how we roll. So, and training is also happening in our physical offices across the globe. Please get back to invited you for further information. This is where I'm going to put a hold for tonight as I welcome back Mr. Stallion. Thank you so much for this awesome opportunity. It was a really joyful thing being here tonight. God bless us, very good. Mr. Stallion, are you back?
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Legend Victor HPM, for that energy. That was really great. Now, hang on, in 2 minutes we'll be done, folks. I want to show you something real quick with regard to, yes, great info, Mr. Legend. That was great. That was great. So Mr. Camille raised something really important, and I want to show you something. 2 minutes and we are done. Look at it, all right? So for those of us who may not know, this is our arcade. If you see the viewership, okay, we have people viewing from the United States. Of course, you have the highest in Nigeria for now, but it's growing. You have Australia, Spain, the Philippines, Netherlands, United Kingdom, United Arab Emirates, Ghana. You see Luxembourg, Angola, Canada, Italy, Denmark, Georgia, Kenya, Switzerland. You know, people Romania, Uganda, people Hong Kong, India viewing. You see, so yes, at different levels. You see, so we are actually an international company, but we're expanding, we're growing. So Mr. Camille, you raised a very vital point, and just to let you know that we're growing, and we'll be happy to help you build your teams in Rwanda. Rwanda is a beautiful, you call it a small country, but it's a beautiful country. I know that for sure. All right, I've got some friends there too. And your team also in Canada, wherever, we can always, like he said, get across to Mr. Mark and Dr. Mark, and then maybe we'll take it up from there real quick, all right? So my friends, finally, let's get started, because once you get started, you will not stop. I sincerely hope that you take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity in the crypto space. Understand this, 99% of the population has no idea what we are talking about and what is taking place behind the scenes. The mass adoption of the blockchain will mean thousands of new millionaires and change the very fabric of our society. So the decision you make right now will change your life forever and open doors to new experiences you never dreamt possible. Again, all you simply need to do is get back to whoever invited you and get started today. My friends, we are living in a unique moment in time, a moment when the very nature of money and finance is undergoing a drastic change for the better. So if you don't want to be just an observer sitting on the sidelines, if you want to be part of this great money revolution, listen, the potential is enormous. So let's get back and let's get started. Thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to serve you this evening, and see you next time. Bye for now.